everybody, Special Agent 9 here with the Blackwater Bandits, bringing you another video, and today we're going to show you how to be a master hunter in all ways. So let's start out with some basic hunting tips. Now these are going to help you throughout the world of Red Dead Redemption. Hunting is very important in Red Dead. There are a lot of items that you can only obtain through hunting, so you will need to learn how to do it sooner or later. The first thing you need to know is which weapons to use for which animals, and there's an easy way to find out. Check your compendium. To do this, all you need to do is go to your start menu, go to your progress, and then you will find your compendium. Go into animals, and you can look at any animal you want. For this particular clip, we are hunting a bison, so we're going to look at what it says about the bison. And as you might expect, it says that you need a high-powered weapon for this animal, an improved arrow, a rifle with a high impact round. For the big animals, I personally like a shotgun slug. Get out any shotgun, turn it over to slug so that it doesn't rip apart your pelt, and shoot the big animals directly in the face with whatever weapon you're using, and it should go down with just one shot as long as you're using something powerful. Your compendium only updates after you study an animal, so whenever you encounter a new animal, take the time to study it so that your compendium can update and you can learn more about how to get a perfect pelt from an animal. Another good tip for ensuring that you get a perfect pelt, you will notice when you look at an animal or point your weapon at an animal, little stars will appear in the corner along with what type of animal it is. Now, an animal with 1 star has the poorest quality pelt. 2 stars will be a good pelt. Look for those 3-star animals because those are the ones who are going to yield perfect pelts. You don't always have to get up close and personal to animals. You can pull out one of your rifles that has a scope on it if you spot some animals in the distance and use that to shoot at animals who are farther away. This will give you a nice clean shot and an opportunity to get a perfect pelt. Always make sure you're wearing your cover scent lotion so that you don't spook your animals before you are ready for them to know that you're there. You may not always get a clean kill. Sometimes you will gravely wound an animal and it will not die. When that is the case, approach it with your knife and you will have the option to go ahead and kill it. You don't have to wait for it to bleed out and die. You can just go ahead and kill it and start to skin it. Sometimes the animal that you need will be in the water, and it looks like a nice easy kill at first, but if you kill an animal that's in the middle of a river or a lake, it's going to sink and you're not going to be able to skin it and pick it up. So if you spot an animal in the water, you want to wait until it starts to approach the shore, like this beaver that we're going to kill here. As it gets closer to shore, you can go ahead and kill it. If it's still in the water, get behind the animal and push it up towards the shore until you're able to pick it up out of the water, and then you can go ahead and skin it. And this is a perfect beaver. Perfect beavers are very hard to find in the game, so we're going to go ahead and show you where we found this one. We found it right here west of Strawberry near Lake Owangila. You do need perfect beaver pelts for some of Arthur's pouches that you can make at camp, so you definitely want to know how to get one of those. Some of the other crafting materials you need can be obtained at farms. If you're looking for a perfect cowhide, a perfect oxhide, sheep, go to a farm or a ranch and kill an animal that's pinned in. This is a very easy kill. This is a nice hunting trick to know. They're not going to be able to run very far. You're going to be able to have time to line up a nice shot on them and get that perfect pelt. Any farm will do. This particular animal was killed right here at Southfield Flats. So look for farms and get crafting materials that way. If you're looking for crafting materials, you're also going to have to hunt a lot of birds. You are going to want to get good at shooting birds out of the sky. Now you can use almost anything for this. You can use one of your rifles, you can use arrows. Birds don't have to be perfect. In order for you to get feathers from them, you need feathers for a whole lot of different crafting materials. So if you see a flock of birds, go ahead, take a minute, try to shoot them down and get those feathers that you're going to need. Every once in a while, when you shoot a bird out of the sky, you will get a bonus. Birds hunt snakes and small rodents, so sometimes you may get a perfect snake or squirrel or mouse out of a bird, as is the case here. Take advantage of opportunities as you find them. Sometimes you might see wolves attacking a person on the side of the road. You want to go ahead and kill those wolves, not necessarily to rescue the person, but because they're not paying attention to you, and you can go ahead and shoot them, and that gives you a good chance to get a perfect wolf pelt. You need perfect wolf pelts for lots of different craftable items. So if you see some wolves on the side of the road attacking something else, take your shot and try to get a perfect pelt out of them. And remember, you can sell materials that you don't need for crafting to trappers around the world. They'll take carcasses and pelts and all kinds of stuff so you can make a little money. You will also discover random hunter camps around the world. You'll know that they're hunter camps because they will have animals hung up. Now, if you go up and cut those animals down, you can skin them, you can take their bodies. A lot of the times at the hunter camps, they will have perfect animals. So this is a good way for you to get some perfect pelts. As always, if you're seen, take out any witnesses who might get in the way. Sometimes you'll find the hunter camps abandoned. Sometimes you will find a hunter at the camps. If there's a hunter there, go ahead and kill him. Loot his body. Sometimes the hunters will have perfect pelts on them, like smaller pelts, rabbits, squirrels, that type of thing. So if you get a chance to kill the hunter, go ahead and kill them so that you can loot his body. You will also find hunters out walking around in the world, and you know that they're hunters because they'll usually have a deer or another animal carcass on their horse. If that's the case, go ahead and kill the hunter, calm the horse down. You can take the deer off the horse or whatever animal there may be, skin that animal, take the pelt. You should also check the saddlebags of the hunter's horse. Sometimes you can find perfect pelts, smaller pelts like squirrels and things inside there. So anytime you see a hunter or a hunter's camp in the world of Red Dead, kill, loot, get all the goods, because you will find lots of good stuff most of the time. So now the time has come for us to talk about the Master Hunter Challenge. This is a 10-step process, but there are some very good reasons why you want to complete this challenge. The first step is for you to skin 3 deer. Now this is pretty simple. Deer are extremely ubiquitous in the world of Red Dead. You can find them everywhere on the map except for in the swamp. So go anywhere on the map that you've seen deer before, or somewhere that you think you might find deer. You can find them in the plains, in the woods. Doesn't matter, you'll see them everywhere, and just kill them. An arrow will do the trick most of the time, whether it's improved or just a regular arrow. Try to shoot them in the head, of course, so you can get that perfect pelt. Look out for mishaps. You may get run over by a buck. You might get attacked by a much larger animal. You are taking your life into your hands when you do the Master Hunter Challenge, but it is worth it. You can get some pretty cool gear, and there's a specific thing that unlocks when you do the Master Hunter Challenge that you can't get any other way. So stick with us through all the steps, and you will be a Master Hunter very soon. For your next challenge, you want to collect 3 perfect rabbit pelts. This is not as hard as it sounds. Your varmint rifle does the trick very nicely for killing rabbits, which also you can find them everywhere in Red Dead. Walk around on the roads and rabbits will just cross your path. So just keep your eyes peeled. Look for rabbits as they run across the road in front of you. Shoot 3 of them in the head that are perfect. Look for those 3 stars and get your perfect rabbit pelts. Challenge 3 can be time-consuming. It's not difficult. You have to track 10 species with your binoculars. That means just 10 different types of animals. So you want to set up somewhere where you've seen a lot of animals before. I like the Heartlands. I think that's very good hunting grounds. Lots of different animals are around that area. But anywhere where you see a lot of animal life will do. Put on your cover scent, set yourself up somewhere, get out your binoculars, and essentially look at animals. As you look at them, an option to track them will pop up. Hit the button and just sit there and let the bar run out until you have tracked the animal. It only takes a few seconds, but when you have to do 10 of them, it can be a bit tedious. Just keep sticking with it, looking at animals through your binoculars. You don't have to kill them, as you'll see this bandit doing in this video. That's just for the purposes of having some fun and perhaps getting some perfect pelts, which you can also do while you're doing this part of the challenge. It's just however much time you want to spend on it. So look through your binoculars, track your animals, and get this part of the challenge finished so that you can move on to the next. The next part of the challenge is to just get 5 clean kills. That means kill an animal with 1 shot instead of having them lay on the ground and struggle as you saw in the earlier part of this video. So just get 5 clean kills. The best way to do that is to use something that's overpowered and to try to shoot an animal directly in the eye if you can. Approach slowly, line up a good shot, and get that clean kill every single time so that you can get past step 4 of the Master Hunter Challenge. And to kill this alligator, just so you know, we did use a shotgun with a slug. Once again, my preferred method. The 5th challenge is scary. You have to skin 3 bears. Now that can be grizzly bears or black bears. There is a big difference. Black bears will run away from you when you are close to them. Grizzly bears will turn and attack you, and they are not at all afraid of you. You want to use something very powerful to take on a grizzly bear. An improved arrow can do the trick. I recommend a high impact rifle or, once again, your shotgun. Shoot them in the face. You can use your deadeye if needed to make sure that you hit them in the face, because if the bear gets to you and begins to maul you, you get like a 50% chance of dying. Maybe worse odds than that. So you don't want that bear to get a hold of you. You want to shoot it in the face. You want to take it down. You can find bears in the mountains, specifically the grizzlies. Up in the snow, you'll find bears. Deeply wooded areas, you will find bears. So look for them in those areas of the map, and you will find them, or they'll find you. Which is basically how challenge number 6 is going to go down. You have to kill 5 cougars with a bow and make sure that you skin them. Now, most of the time, you will not be finding cougars. They will be finding you. If you ride up and down the road in the areas where cougars are, and we are going to show you where they're at, cougars will attack you. You have to be ready for it. Get your bow out. Use the improved arrows. You want those improved arrows, and you want to hit that cougar directly in the face in order to take it down. Your horse will knock you off its back and freak out and run away, and you will be on your own dealing with a cougar. So, have that improved arrow ready to go, and make sure your reflexes are sharp. You want to be totally paying attention. Most of the time you will find cougars at night, so when you're specifically hunting cougars, set up a tent if you need to, go to sleep, wait for nighttime, because that's when you're going to get your most cougar activity. There's also a couple of really good spots to find cougars so that they can hunt you and attack you. One of them is here. This is on the east side of the map near Ansburg. This road here from about Brandywine Drop next to the Roanoke Valley, all along here next to this river, that's cougar country, so look for them there. You can also find them on the western side of the map near the river that springs out of Lake Owangila. There are cougars that walk up and down near the road in that area. So on either side of the map, you can find cougars. For your 7th challenge, you need to use your predator bait and your herbivore bait to lure one of each of those 2 animals. So what you want to do is first look for an area where there are animals. If you just throw some bait down and there's no animals around, it's not going to matter, and you can sit there all day. Wait until you actually see some animals nearby. Put on your cover scent. Go forward slowly. You don't want to frighten any animals away with any big movements. And then just put down your bait. And if you're close enough to some herbivores, they should begin to approach very, very quickly, as you'll see here. So get out your weapon and get ready to shoot. over predators, it's a good idea to wait until nightfall, go to sleep if you have to, pick a spot where you have seen some predators or predator tracks, and put out your bait. Now, predators come in all shapes and sizes. Badgers are predators, foxes, coyotes, all these smaller creatures who will run from you are predators. But now, be cautioned, when you put out predator bait, you may attract a larger predator, such as this huge cougar. So make sure you're on your toes and ready to shoot whatever creature you lure, because it may attack you before you can kill it. Again, you will be taking your life into your hands several times during the Master Hunter Challenge, but it is worth it in the end. And with these tips, it shouldn't be too hard to get it done. The 8th step sounds a little bit trickier than it is. You're supposed to catch 3 fish without using a rod. That sounds impossible. It's actually pretty simple, and you're going to see it all here in just one video clip. Now, all you need to do is search for any body of water that has some shallows. You want it to be clear water, so don't do this in the swamp. Do this somewhere where the water is clear, and look for these little bubbles near the surface of the water. You want to use your bow. We tested some weapons, and the bow seems to be the most effective. With clear water, you can see the fish, as you'll see in the video, swimming near the surface. So then just take your bow and shoot at them with the bow until you kill 3 of them, put them in your pack, and you're ready to move on to the next phase of your Master Hunter Challenge. And we're going to show you on the map where we did this. Again, any clear water will do. We were right here near roads, but any body of water with clear water and shallows, you can achieve this. For the 9th part of the challenge, you want to kill a possum who is playing possum, which means they're pretending to be dead. Anytime you see a possum, if you shoot near it or get close to it, it will fall over and pretend to be dead. So at that point, all you have to do is approach it and kill it for real. It'll actually pop up on your screen that you can skin it or pick it up as if it is dead. Don't be fooled by that. It's playing possum. Go ahead and shoot it in the head and finish your challenge. If you have any trouble at all finding possums, wait until nighttime. Go to sleep if you need to. Possums are more active at night, and you can find them all over the map. Just run around near the road until you find one, and eventually you will approach it, shoot it so that it dies, and your challenge will be complete. Now, until you complete the 9th challenge of the Hunter Challenge, you will not be able to hunt the legendary panther. This is how you unlock the legendary panther hunt. You also need to complete the legendary panther hunt to get Master Hunter level 10. So if you want to get all the legendary animals, you have to complete the Master Hunter Challenge. And you can see more of the legendary panther hunt, including where this animal is located, in our legendary animals video. So we hope that these tips will help you become a master hunter. You can unlock all the reinforced hunter gear from the trapper after you complete this. And you can get a lot of craftable materials that you need to get cool items in Red Dead. So hopefully this video helped. If it did, please subscribe to our channel. Check out all of our videos so you can learn how to rule the world of Red Dead. We are the Blackwater Bandits.